pop, rock and roll, all in one station, mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas, 91.1 FM, The Boss. It's time to change. If you like country, we play it. If you like pop, we play it. If you like Latin music, we play it. If you like rock and roll, we play it. Because no one does fusion music like we do. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Programs presented are submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM, The Boss, and affiliates.
Welcome everybody to Superhuman with Dr. V and Jason Phelps. I am Dr. V. Great to see y'all again. I am the owner of Core Sports Health in Conroe, where we do personalized medicine and sports performance. And with me always is Jason Phelps, who's with TWC Prep,
That's right.
our go-to for training and nutrition. And good to have you here as always. We have another fun show for you today. We got today Henry Walker here from Legacy Barbell. Literally, it's one of the coolest gyms I've ever seen or been to. I've been associated. I was literally a trainer, a personal trainer at like 19. Managed a gym and been around training my whole life and lifting and sports, and I've never seen some of the machines that are in there. So he's really done a great job at developing kind of a premier go-to gym, and it's located here in the Woodlands. So can't wait to talk to you and learn more about it and kind of.
Real compliment.
Oh yeah, man, it's awesome. I mean, we really anything and everything that you need. I mean, Jason trains there now. I train there as often as I can. But so we'll just kind of get started on that, and I'll kind of also let Jason lead a lot of this because y'all are a lot closer. He's more he's there.
You at the gym every day?
No. He gets to destroy clients there, and I watch him just torment some of my close buddies. So I'm just like, yes, keep going.
Well, I just go on and kind of go over some of the machines that you have there and some of the training equipment, and then also some of the cool stuff like the the Newbie and things like that people don't know, and we'll kind of touch on that.
We'll touch on that, and I'll even touch on something we're getting into.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So how did you get started? Because I know that you were at the old spot, and this new spot is amazing. We kind of had some issues come up with COVID. We're in this crazy COVID era. So how did all that kind of give that background story? How did all that happen?
Well, it started end of 2015. We started. Now, I know Jason was there, and you've seen the old spot. The old spot was like 4,500 square feet. It was my very first business I ever owned. I sunk my entire life into it, just on the premise of if you're wanting to join a gym, the one thing when you join a gym is doesn't matter where it's at. It's initiation, enrollment, first and last month. But hey, man, we're going to take care of you. We're going to prorate this month since it's like the 15th. And then they hit you up, so that's $300 out of pocket. Then they try to sell you on personal training, which they're trying to sell you a $1,500 to $3,000 package. And then on top of that, you're like, well, it's a new gym. I don't want to wear my ratty old gym clothes from back in the day. I want to get some new stuff, and then I want to get new supplements. And joining a gym became anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000
and locked in.
And locked in for 2 years.
Yeah.
And so I grew up a very heavy kid. I jokingly say I was 130 pounds in third grade. and I say it as a joke because it's serious, but it's. I was a big kid, and my mom struggled with her weight her whole life, and I was like, if there was a way for people to join a gym, get in shape, without getting just bent over and taken advantage of the entire time, that's what I want to do. And so we started out. We just said, the day you sign up, it's whatever day you sign up on. There's no other fees. There's no initiation, no enrollment, no games. You pay 1 month up front. That's it. So like you come in today, you'd pay $39 today plus tax. You wouldn't see another charge until $39 on the first of every month after. If you want to cancel for whatever reason, I don't need some crazy excuse. If it's just not a good fit for you, you're going somewhere else, you're moving, all you got to do is come in.
The way it should be,
sign
right?
the form.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Who has struggled with getting out of a gym membership?
Well, hey,
it's the worst.
I've literally just this week had a close friend that reached out to me and says, hey, can you write me a doctor's note so that I could get out of this? And I'm like, God, I can't, without you actually having an injury, I'm not going to falsify it.
Right.
But that's the lengths that they're, sometimes they have to go to.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And to get out. So, I mean, that's one really cool thing. But the equipment, man, there's so many different
applications.
And
no matter what kind of lifter you are, no matter where you are on the spectrum of different training modalities, there's something there for you. And that's what I love about it.
Well, I tell people a lot of people get a little freaked out because someone like Jason's working out next to him, who's just a behemoth of a man. But I tell people it doesn't matter if you are the seasoned pro, bodybuilder, strength athlete, football player, or you're the person just starting out wanting to either gain strength or lose weight. We have everything for you.
That's right.
And the thought process behind the equipment, man, I just go into every gym out there. Everyone becomes a hammer strength gym. They just get the hammer strength catalog. Go, I want one of everything in this color. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. So when I first started, I was like, first things first, I want to buy American made. I want to buy American made. I want to buy as much local as I actually can. So we reached out to Rogue initially. We got like 7 racks from them. We've got all the barbells in the entire gym from Rogue. Bumpers, kettlebells, and all that stuff all came from Rogue. And then the plates and the dumbbells all come from Troy, which is here in Houston. So I was like, we've got to find a way to make it better. And then that transformed into, all right, we're going to go to Legend, which is out of Knoxville, Tennessee. They make everything in-house. They even use U.S. steel, which is great. We got some of their pieces, and, I was like, well, let's see what else is out there. And we reached out to Arsenal, and Andrew, the owner of Arsenal, just made some amazing equipment. And he gave me a little freedom with this last order to kind of, I was like, hey, man, this is what I'm really looking for. And he reached out and actually helped me design some of it. But Arsenal, which is also out in Knoxville, Tennessee, Knoxville, Nashville area, they came out with some amazing stuff. And they're just extremely super duty, overbuilt monstrosities of equipment.
There's a couple of pieces that you get on and you feel small when you get on them. And I've never had that. I'm always worried about fitting into a machine. Right? Yeah. And these, I'm worried about being big enough to reach a couple of them that are made for really big frame, tall people, or can be, right? Because they can all be adjusted. But the fact that it's got that extra space on them, the seats are wider, it's a pretty awesome line for those of us who need more space.
Well, that, and also everything's adjustable, which I love. Yeah. You can change the angle of the seat, the height of the seats. You can change even how far the arms are coming in. So like on a chest press where you're normally used to just being stuck here and having to push from that just extreme deficit and just it's tearing up your shoulders. You can actually put it out a little further. You want to put it in a little more narrow, you can. And so that's kind of the cool part of what happens at the gym. But I mean, one thing I'm really proud of is we worked with Arsenal and we got the world's first self-spotting military press.
Cool.
So it kind of takes you out of that unnatural position, puts you a little more forward, which is fun. It helps, especially someone has a lot of shoulder issues like me. As we get older, joints wear out, or you live a hard life, get run over on your Harley, things like that. You kind of your life changes, and you want to still be able to work out, but you got to be able to get the bar in the right position. And that's what we kind of helped out with. And
now, let's just say somebody comes in, because you mentioned, there are a lot of great athletes there. Range from, I've seen everything from powerlifters to even, like, I go in there and do heavy lifting, but then there's a whole section where I can do anything CrossFit. I don't get ragged all the time.
That's right.
But there's all, you'll have all that. You even have your sleds to push and pull and all this on the other extreme. So what is there anything there offered? I know, other than the trainers, we have a lot. I've seen that there are a lot of trainers. Do y'all specifically offer anything as far as for the beginner or anything like that to hook up somebody?
We offer we call it our fight camp. Okay. And what it is Jeff Taylor runs it. It's 5 days a week, unlimited classes. There's like 5 classes a day. They're mostly in the mornings, and there's a couple of evening classes. We only charge $79 a month for it. That includes your regular gym membership, and that extra $40 goes to Jeff.
Okay.
And what happens is we wrap your hands. We have it to where you're doing functional training. You're doing boxing, kickboxing, kettlebell work, dumbbell work, body weight, proper form. And right now the classes are pretty small. There's anywhere from 3 to 6 people in a class. So even in that semi-private setup, you can focus on your form. It's not too big of a class where you see somebody make a mistake with a barbell and it gets past them and they end up getting injured. And honestly, people don't realize I was a CrossFit level 1 coach. I got my cert, all that stuff. I'm not against CrossFit, but
well, the thing that we've always said with CrossFit is that CrossFit doesn't hurt people. The bad coaches hurt people, and you can see that. And when you take a scenario where you're having a guy that just did a weekend course and doesn't have a huge background in exercise physiology, and then tries. I saw when I did my level 1 cert, I remember there was guys there that still couldn't do pull-ups, and they were going to be teaching. And they're going to be teaching pull-ups, and so teach the kip, and they don't even have basic strength to do that. And so for everybody out there, I'm very, very against doing kipping unless you can do very strict pull-ups. Right. You just have to have that strength in the shoulder girdle, but that's a whole other story. But as far as that, it's not CrossFit. And then you run into a scenario where you have that coach that's trying to oversee 30 people. Yeah. So again, it's not, and then, so again, like you said, it gets missed. So it's not CrossFit itself. CrossFit is just functional movement. So that's all it is. It's just repackaged.
And that's what we tell people, is functional movements. And the great thing I think about it is it doesn't matter if you want to be a bodybuilder, a CrossFit athlete, just someone. The idea behind it is if you want to get in shape or you want to make a change in your health, we want to give you every single option available. That's right. To where, 1, you don't want to go nowhere, but 2, you become part of that family, that tribe, that culture that we.
And that's a big thing with CrossFit's community.
About that for sure, because the one big thing that that I did not expect becoming and going to Legacy on a more regular basis, that always kind of popped in here and there. And what I didn't expect was the family culture that comes with it, and
that's missing.
I absolutely love it. And
in any other
everywhere
gym.
else you go, you walk through the door. If you're lucky, they say hello, and when you scan your card, your name pops up, and they might say, "Hey, Jason." Or if you're lucky, most of the time it's just, "Hi, how are you?" They take your temperature. You get your mask on, and you go in, and you're just a nameless, faceless number, right? But I've never felt that way once going to Legacy. When you walk in, it's like it's like going to your hangout, right?
I think like 10 people tell me hi every time I'm there, and some of them I just met.
That's right. It's a very social place. When you wouldn't think so, looking at it from the outside, you think, "Holy crap, those guys are scary."
They're a bunch of meatheads. We're all angry at the world.
I've never been to.
We're all hungry.
Never been to a gym that had as many nice employees, staff, trainers. Everyone across the board is very social, and I absolutely love it, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Well, for me, we have about 900 members. I know almost all 900 of them's first name, if not, I know their last name. And I always try to, if I see somebody making changes, I'll give a shout out right now. Lady by the name of Nadine Tribeer. She's been with us a little over a year, about a year and 4 months. Her body has changed exponentially. Quality workout partner. She uses one of our trainers, Carrie, but she's in there just getting it every day. And the first time I really I've been watching her, and I was like, notice the face changes first always. But once she started losing inches in her midsection, I just went up and high-fived her. I was like, "You're killing it. You're doing amazing." And I think more gyms not necessarily, when I say gym, I mean a gym, not a fitness center. But more gyms are becoming more popular because we're all developing that
Personal
interpersonal communication.
Yeah.
You know, like I tell people, welcome to the tribe when you come in, because we're a tribe of people. We stick out for each other. You come in there when COVID happened, the first day back, everybody was just hugging. We didn't care about social distancing. We just missed each other. And it's part of that family.
Now, going back to like one of the things I really like to talk about is, you know, nutrition. So is there anything offered specifically through Legacy, or is it just we hook you up with a trainer and your trainer or your, say like Jason or somebody would do that?
So we have a couple different options there. Obviously with Jason there, I mean, he's just a go-to for a lot of things. Most of the trainers either have nutritional certifications, you know, because that is a requirement from the state to do. So I'm like, if you're going to write a diet, you have to get a nutritional cert. If you're writing diets without it, we're going to have a problem. And then I teamed up many years ago. My friend Spencer Caldwell, he owns a website called fitnessvt.com. And he has a full RD that runs all the diet program, and he's got an algorithm set up, and we give that to people for free as well, which is about $30 a month, but we give them that for free.
Wow. Yeah. So just builds and builds and builds.
So I really wanted to kind of also talk about, we kind of mentioned COVID a little bit and coming back from COVID. What was that like? Because a lot of people may not know that your transition to the new facility
was right before.
And then you were I'll let you tell a story, but how was that as a business owner?
I'll tell the story because this sets the precedent. We moved into the new location 3 weeks before.
This February, right? End of February?
End of February, beginning of March. We officially opened the doors of the new spot March 1st. Yeah. We spent about $400,000 between construction, new equipment, all that stuff. And then, you know, we start hearing rumblings about the coronavirus, and we're like, okay, well, let's start figuring out a way around this. So we put in an ASP system, which it actually takes the air, circulates it, puts it through UV light, cleans it, purifies it, and also pumps peroxides into the air, which land on all the equipment, kills every germ known to man, pretty much. And so, like, okay, well, they're not going to shut us down because we got this, and this. And they came and said, you got to shut down. And I'd like to say I was as professional as I could be, but I just didn't have it in me.
That's not how you end up on the news.
That's not how you end up on the news, not at all. So I was cussing and screaming, and I was just mad at the whole world. And I was like, you know what? If they want 2 weeks, I'll give them 2 weeks. I'll shut down for 2 weeks. And we were just started having our best month in business ever, and 3 weeks in, and we're just like, took the rug out from underneath us. And so 2 weeks came in. I'm like, all right, 2 weeks is up. Then they said, oh, 1 more week. And then another week turned into 4 weeks. And then they're like, it's going to be 2 more weeks. And I was like, at the end of week 6, I don't care what they do. I don't care what the governor says. I don't care what the DA says, the judge, anything. I'm opening my doors. And I was like, I owe it to the people that pay for a membership at my gym, which, you know, when it came down to it, some people were like, hey, man, I really need to cancel. No problem, I got you. Hey, I need to freeze my account. No problem, I got you. Jason's wearing a shirt because he kept the membership through it. I was like, hey, if you keep it, we're going to take care of you. We're going to make sure. We're going to have a big party afterwards. I totally get if you can't. But if you stick with us, you know, we're going to be around. And I made the post, and it got like 25,000 views. It got picked up by all the local news stations. It got picked up by Fox News National. And I stuck to my guns. I was like, I'm not doing it. I don't care. This is everything we have in place, and I'm going to make this better. My wife, when all this was going on, was just cussing me out the entire time because she's just like, you are risking everything, but no risk, no reward.
And what did that bring you? Because being the only gym open in town, which you were for a little while there.
We were, and we actually had record growth. I just made sure everybody was taken care of. We had record growth, and now that every gym is open, and I know some of them are doing the classes where you're scheduling times, and you have to wear a mask, and you have to wear gloves and all that stuff. I was like, it's time. We can't do that. That's not, most people, you do because you're a medical professional. professional. You understand how gloves work and how if you touch something, you got to take them off and change it. These people were coming in wearing gloves, eating food with masks down. I was like, no, we're not going to do that. And now we've just said, hey, we're not making you wear masks. I'm not going to make you wear gloves. We're a private members association now. We're not even technically an LLC anymore. Come in, be free, work out how you want to work out. And we've seen even more growth because I'm not making people bend to the will of everything else. Inside those four walls, you have absolute freedom.
And it's important for the listeners to understand that it's not like you were saying, we were the only gym at the time, and it was so we could. That wasn't the aim. It wasn't the aim. Like, hey, we're going to open so that we can make money. It was strictly for the health and wellness of
members,
people and the members. And the thing about it is that basically stronger people are hard to kill. Like in the most simplest terms. Okay, so we'll start back up with that. We're up to our first break from our sponsors. And you got the commercial up. Oh, that's what you're pointing to.
Yeah.
I thought we were about to our first break. So you see the news clip. So yeah, it got a lot of play. I remember that, and I remember you calling out, hey, Crenshaw, a little help here.
I was like, let's pick a fight. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. So it wasn't. And I personally want to clarify, it's not.
It's never about the money.
Never about the money, and not about the safety. No. Because, again, there are all these things in place.
Yeah,
that's right. The small one in particular, the small one that I notice all the time is there's cleaning supplies out
everywhere
on the floor, and I've never seen people use them as diligently as I do now.
Yeah.
Every time you see some sweaty guy get off a bench and walk off.
Wipes it.
And you're like, oh.
And that wasn't something before.
It was always just disgusting. It was left. And not at this gym, but every gym, right?
Yeah.
That's just but now you'll see multiple people grab spray bottles and rags.
And that's where it comes into
everything down.
Everybody has a personal responsibility.
That's right.
Yeah. There's rules involved. You come in, there's rules involved.
If you see me doing it, you see, the other trainers doing it, and people that really kind of set the tone for the club doing it, you're going to do it too. Yeah. And so from the top of the staff down, everybody's in. I'm the one. I own the place, and I'll be in there cleaning the bathroom, wipe, bleach, and everything. And I personally will get out. We use Barbicide to clean everything off. Barbicide is such a strong disinfectant. It actually can kill HIV. That's how strong it is. Barbers use it when they cut hair and things like that. So I'll be out there, and if somebody leaves whatever and there's something on, I'll happily spray it down. I don't care. I want it to be as safe and as clean as possible for every one of my members. I went through all this stuff with the local DA. Luckily, the judge is on our side, and there's Jeff. The judge is on our side. The local police department have been wonderful to us. And I was like, I'm not going to make y'all look bad. I'm going to show y'all what I can really do. And I didn't do it for the money. We took a couple memberships after a while when everything was shut down. But mostly it was just, hey, being locked into quarantine, and you're in your house for 4 or 6 weeks at a time. And the only place you can go is the grocery store or go get takeout somewhere. You need that mental break. You need to go work out. You need to get more physical, more happy. And that's all I was like, let's just do this. And
I'm seeing it now, especially. I was seeing a little bit of it in the beginning in the clinic, but now almost on a daily basis, half of the patients coming in, and these are established patients, not just new patients. Everybody's talking about the COVID-15, COVID-20 they gained. I had a patient yesterday that jokingly, said, I gained the COVID-50. I'm like, whoa, that was 15? He said, no, 50. And so it's starting to take a big toll, and it's just the stress on top of, the quarantine, on top of stress eating and poor eating habits, and a lot of people, unfortunately, tried, but man, it has taken a toll health wise. Now here's the problem: we were already unhealthy as a society.
That's right. Correct.
Before.
That's right. And it's
getting worse. It's only getting worse. One thing that COVID really exposed is how sick we are as a nation. So we were kind of primed for a virus like COVID to really, really do damage. because of the high amount of comorbidities, the high amount of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, and so that's one thing, and we have to make a change. And one of my 4 pillars is diet, nutrition, but exercise and activity, and that's not simply for my older. I wish my older, because everybody looks at it as something for younger people. Mm-hmm. I want my older clients and patients to start resistance training because of the bone density and the muscle maintenance, the sarcopenia issues that are going on.
So with that statement being said, bringing that to Legacy, you're an older person here in the Woodlands Spring area, or even outside of that, and you want help, and hey, my doctor told me I should start getting some type of resistance training, but I don't really know how to do that. Mm-hmm. Is Legacy the place for them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody gets weirded out they get intimidated by the all black walls, the all black equipment,
which is beautiful, by the way. If you've ever seen a photo shoot there, it's a beautiful club.
It pops. It's really nice. And then we don't play Britney Spears on the radio. No. We just don't. That's my going joke, but we don't play Britney Spears. Yeah. We change it up every day. We change it up every few hours. Mm-hmm. But
we play some 80s, man. We're all us older folk. I'm just kidding.
We don't do a lot of 80s there.
Saturday mornings come in, classic rock workouts. Always playing. Always. Yeah. But we have the resistance bands. We have the cable machines. We have all this cool stuff. We have everything to help you just get moving. The best example I can give is a gentleman by the name of Heinrich. Heinrich is an 87-year-old man. He came in with gloves on and a mask on, and he goes, I'm scared, I'm terrified, my doctor wants me to stay moving, I go to 24-hour fitness, they won't let me work out when I want to, things like that. And I was like, okay, let me show you around. And as soon as I showed him around, he goes, this is where I want to be. Mm-hmm. I saw him there this morning, 87 years old, no mask on, no nothing, he got on his elliptical and he did some weight training, mm-hmm. He got the bands out and he worked with them. It doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your fitness level. You are welcome, and you can get the help you need.
That's right.
At the gym, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch one of the other clients of another trainer there, and I've known both of them for a long time. But Tyler's client, Miss Beth. Oh yeah. And Miss Beth and she'll kill me if I say how old she is. But
I'll say it.
Go for it. I'll let you do
74.
it. She's 74, and you should see her deadlift. You should see her rock Olympic lifts out there.
Here's what I tell patients about deadlifting, because they say, well, what do I need to deadlift? I'm over 65. I'm 70. It's a basic movement. If you bend down to pick up 2 grocery bags and stand up with it, that's a deadlift.
Exactly right.
We look at my granddaughter. My granddaughter drops into this play perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. Anti-aging, buddy. Come see me. No, so my granddaughter basically, she drops into, and you see any of these 1-year-old, 2-year-old, they drop into this perfect squat, flat-footed squat. They have good mobility, and then we lose that as we age. We lose that, and we just lose mobility. And for any number of reasons, but we kind of look at it as I used to be. You need to be a good mover.
That's right.
You need to be a good mover, and
she's such a good example of that. You've seen
there
her.
She is right there.
There's Miss Beth right there.
Yeah,
and she's one of my favorite human beings on the planet.
That's right. You cannot see her at the gym and not be in a good mood.
She's 75 years old, 74 years old.
Yep.
Walking around in a crop top, and she's about 115 pounds and can deadlift 160.
Yeah. Yeah, she's killing it,
and she will get in there and she will scrap with
the
best
core.
ever.
The core movements, squat, deadlift, those translate to just daily health. And you've heard me say this:
quality of life.
Quality of life. And so I have this conversation with patients all the time, and I said, well, I want you to live to be a healthy, active 80, 90-year-old. Mm-hmm. And they kind of look at us, I don't want to live that long. Everybody's right. I was like, why don't you want? The reason people don't want to live that long is because they already feel like crap.
Yeah.
And they picture in their mind already the last 10 years spent in decline, mm-hmm. right? That doesn't have to be, right? With the current culture, yeah. Mm-hmm. But we need to change kind of the approach and have it to where, good nutrition, exercise, movement, activity.
My personal belief is very simple. I'm the opposite of that. People don't want to be 89 years old. I have this fear of dying. I want to live forever. I have panic attacks about it.
Hey, you know what? We'll get matching robot bodies.
Yeah. I'm down with it.
I'm getting one. You know,
for the brain, absolutely.
By the time we get to that point, we're all going to be RoboCops.
Yeah.
And I'm first in line.
And that's me. I want to live forever. So I work out and I bust my hump in the gym and I do everything I can so I can eat some bad food every now and then. But for the most part, I try to live as healthy as possible. I try to follow my diets. I do my workouts. I get on our Newbie and all that fun stuff, and I do deep current tissue work on my legs, trying to rehab them, because I want to be 70, 80 years old, still looking good, still feeling good, still feeling normal. I want to feel as young as I want to be, you know.
Yep.
And that's kind of where my drive comes from in my personal workouts. And more people, again, my opinion, more people should embrace going, you know what, it's an hour of my day, but it's an hour spent for another 20, 30 years.
20, 30 years. Absolutely.
Well, let's come back and talk more about the
I want to talk about the Newbie. I was thinking.
Same page. Look.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll head to our first commercial break and check out some of our sponsors.
Yes, sir.
My name is Dr. Willie Villarreal. I'm a board-certified family nurse practitioner, doctor of nursing practice, and owner and founder at Core Sports Health here in Conroe. At Core, we take a root cause functional medicine approach to help you achieve your optimal health and vitality. If you're suffering from any of the following symptoms, we can help you through a comprehensive treatment plan that includes diet and nutrition, exercise and activity, hormonal balance, and stress reduction. For an appointment, please call us at 936-441-2673 or visit us online at coresportshealth.com. Thank you and hope to see you soon.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Hi everyone, this is Chef Laurent. I'm the owner of Taste of Paris, a catering company for seniors. If you want to know more about our services, give us a call at 832-415-7374 or visit our webpage at laurentvalsculinary.com. Thank you.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
I'm E.L. Crane with BRPS Title, your marketing and growth partner. Real estate, builders, mortgage lenders. If you're looking to grow your business, call E.L. Crane with BRPS Title, 281-810-3363. That's 281-810-3363. That's E.L. Crane, BRPS Title, Director of Education and Sales, your growth partner. Your title company doesn't do what? I do.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Welcome back to Superhuman with Dr. V and Jason Phelps, and we're just going to keep rolling with. We both were on the same page because as soon as we heard Newbie, this is kind of there's starting to be a lot of modalities to train with limited damage to joints and range of motion, and there's all these other benefits to Newbie, but there's things like we've talked about it before, like BFR training, blood flow restriction training. That also really works. We probably do a whole show later on that. Sure. But talk a little bit about the Newbie, because there's only a couple of places that I've really seen that have it and works really, really well.
So the Newbie, when people see it, people go, "Oh, that's a TENS unit."
TENS unit, yeah.
And it's not. The Newbie is an actual medical device. We have to get doctor's permission to use it. It's a full-blown device that activates the muscle. We call it's deep current stimulation for the muscle. What it does is when you put the muscle under load, so you have all these electrodes all over your body when they go do it. So let's say we're talking about my arm. What we'll do is we'll put a positive on one side and a negative, and we're going to do a full contraction using electrical current. And what it does is it fires every bit of your soft tissue as if it's the first time it's ever being used again. Mm-hmm. So you're talking someone like yourself, someone who works out often, someone like Jason who works out often. You're going to get on that machine and you're going to start, Kolechi will be doing it, But Kolechi will start playing with it, and what he'll do is he'll change the amount of currents you're going to be getting. So you'll have like 500 currents per second versus 25, and he'll change it up on you. And what's happening is as you're moving, as you're working the muscle, as you're contracting the muscle, you're actually going in and getting full stimulation from top to bottom.
Muscles that you have never hit.
Muscles you never hit, muscles you didn't even know could be activated.
And to that extent, muscles that you used to be able to
used to be able to
maybe
hit
were damaged.
an injury. So that's
right.
that's what I like about it too. Is it's not just for hypertrophy.
That's right.
So one of the things that I like about it is that it's another modality that we can use for somebody with an injury, that it doesn't put a lot of load. So for an older patient or an older client, on the, like when I did it, I did like just some curls, body weight curls, no band, and then they've added bands. Just with bands, I felt like I had done the heaviest dumbbells I'd ever done.
Yep.
It makes a 5-pound dumbbell feel like 100 pounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a strange feeling not to be able to. If you're somebody that feels like you have excellent body control, and I can execute a movement better than 99.9% of the people on the planet, and then I lose that ability immediately, and have to relearn it with electricity as your main driver through that's you see the way my eyes light up when I even talk about it. It's so much fun, and it's so hard, and there's so much benefit to it, and there were corollary changes from that I didn't expect. I didn't really think of, hey, I'm going to get stronger from this. I thought I'm going to, the hypertrophy will be there. I'm going to get maybe some muscle firing back, but more muscle fibers firing correctly at the same time is going to make you stronger too, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I had no idea that was going to happen.
Well, I've used it for the hypertrophy side of things, but what I use it for is I actually use it for repair.
I saw you walking with it the other day, just walking up and down. So
walking up and down stairs. So as I was telling you before we got started, I was involved in a very bad motorcycle accident in 2018. For the most part, I had to relearn how to walk. And I used to be able to squat. I used to be able to have really good mobility in my hips. And my hips just haven't been the same. My legs haven't been the same. So what Kolechi and I did was we figured out a way to strap it up on my quads, my adductors, my abductors, all that stuff. And we will sit there and play with it. And I will push the cart up and down the turf. And it looks like I walk normal when it's not on me. But when it's working and the current's actually going into my muscle, you're watching all these misfires happen in my quads. It actually creates caverns in my adductors, my abductors, because I'm sitting there and the muscle's not used to firing that way, and you can just watch it just ripple the whole time. And so I literally look like a hospital patient.
I saw you. I was like, "What's wrong? Why is he walking like that?"
And you want to talk about calorie burn? It just, you're sweating profusely because your body's not used to having those muscles activated, so it's burning even more calories.
Yeah, your thermic effect is going through the roof. It's working
it's amazing.
So much harder.
The rehab and recovery aspect. So I had a really bad back injury about 2015, and it's kind of stuck with me ever since. So I still train with it, but it's always just kind of been there. When we were doing it to retrain, we did a movement called pails and rails where you just stretch, and I can't fire that hip just to lift it an inch off the ground. Yeah. And so just from that one session that we did, we were able to lift, just fire my hip again and fire my hip flexors. And so it just retrains. It's great for recovery, and it's stuff that you may not even know that's damaged, or the reason that you're having a pain or having, right. So it's pretty amazing.
So let me ask you about the practitioner of it. So Kolechi is obviously your trainer there. Maybe a little background on him and kind of what he offers.
Well, Kolechi went to San Marcos. He's got a college degree. When he first got out of school, he's like, I want to be a personal trainer. So he actually went to NewFit, who makes the Newbie, and he was actually part of the whole design process. He's also been part of the training process pretty much since day one. He interned for them just to learn how to use this machine.
Because they have a gym in Austin, right?
Correct. They do. And they teach rehab, they teach hypertrophy, they teach functional movements with it. It's incredible. So he's been doing this for a couple of years now, and he's like, he reached out to me and goes, hey, I really want to do this. I work with a lot of IFBB pro bodybuilders, Hunter Labrada being one of them. We have all these great bodybuilders that he used it on before. And as soon as he came over, we got to really start seeing the rehab side of it, because we've got incredible opportunity. Methodist sends us their PT patients that, say they insurance out and they can't afford PT anymore. They send them to us so we can help them move better and things like that. So we saw an opportunity to go, hey, if you can come in here, let's look at the rehab side of it. And now he's just busy all day with that machine. Right. And so you have somebody that's using it on you, like Kolechi was using on you. You have somebody with years of experience who has a background in personal training, a background in the science of physiology, using this machine on you to help you get better in whatever you're trying to do.
So one of my favorite parts about that is, as a trainer there, is looking at my clients and somebody, for instance, that's got like a back injury, something like that, and they're struggling through it, and we're doing more rehab type work instead of trying to progress. We're trying to get back to square one. Well, I don't have any problem saying, hey, we're going to work with Kolechi today. He's a tool in my toolbox as a trainer to get with, because he's somebody that can add to our experience and get my people back. And I'm not worried about, it'd be different than sending it to another personal trainer and saying, well, that guy's really good at back exercises, let's go do that. This is somebody there that I can work with and add something else that, as a trainer, that most guys can't.
There's a clip of Jason on using the Newbie while doing our hack squat, and he's a personal trainer. JB's one of our personal trainers, he's an IPD pro.
Another Jason there. Don't get confused. Sorry.
Jason with dreads.
Yep.
Versus blonde Jason.
That's the only thing you can tell us apart.
That's the only thing. He's also a little bit bigger.
Oh, dang.
He is. He should be. He's a professional.
But you have trainers working together along with Kolechi to fix problem areas. If you're a bodybuilder, bring up size. If you're trying to have that person who's been working out for 25 years, that's like, hey, I'm not sore anymore. I don't get as much output out of it. Hey, how can we get more output? You got him reaching out to Kolechi. He is just a wealth of information with that machine to put your client through the absolute best.
And I'm going to bring a female perspective into it as well, in that we have a ton of IFBB bikini girls that come in and get their butt worked on. That's something, and there we go right there. There's an example of it right there. And so you're getting a lot of extra. The glutes are one of the hardest muscles. It's the largest muscle group, right? But it's also the hardest to learn how to fire and control. So this really adds to that experience for those girls that are really focused on their backsides.
Well, in the fitness realm for women, because we have about a 49% population of women at the gym, which is incredible. One of the biggest things is in this world we live in, the Instagram age, everybody wants a big booty. And the thing is there's so many people like, oh, I'm just going to go get a lift. I'm going to go get an implant or whatever. This machine makes you, when you get on it, your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, everything fires to where not only do you look healthier, but you actually are building a natural glute region on your body that's going to look better, be more aesthetically,
it's going to shape
and be stronger.
Big question.
For half the time.
The big question: what is the pricing on it? Like, if somebody wants to come in and use it,
Absolutely.
how often? What would that look like?
It's $100 an hour, and it's $60 for a half hour. But I tell people all the time, you can buy the 1 hour package. You can buy the 1 hour at a time. And I think if you buy like 10 sessions, he'll cut you a break. If you pay for that ahead of time, you get like a 15-20% discount.
And again, it'd be depending on what you're using it for.
Correct.
It'd be how often for rehab? Once a week, 3 times a week
I can tell you
for
my
rehab.
experience in trying to improve an old injury. If I use it once a month, that's enough for me, because I'm going to do my own training for a few weeks in between, and then I'm going to hop on it again.
They actually recommend you don't get on it every day. They recommend you don't do multiple times a week with it. Once a week is pretty much the average, because your body, it takes so much time to repair. I mean, you're talking, if you say you hit legs on it, your legs are, your muscular soreness is a week. It's not like a day or 2 days. It's a week before you're actually getting back into recovery.
Oh, I remember. My arms felt like they were going to fall off for 5 days.
You have trouble
then
washing.
they feel like
Had trouble
cramping.
washing your hair.
I mean, I could barely move him, and that was body weight.
And I tell people all the time, like 30 minutes is pretty much all you need.
Exactly. I think that's the point you were getting to, is an hour-long session with that thing. Unless you are going to do multiple body parts in one day and you're a very high-level athlete.
Yeah.
An hour's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot.
30 minutes, you're basically praying for that last second to show up so you can take it off.
I would love to see some of my older clients on it,
right.
specifically because of that we do have this like an other silent epidemic in the U.S. called sarcopenia. It's like basically loss of muscle mass, and nobody's really talking about it, but it's a very real epidemic.
Yeah.
But nobody kind of takes it seriously. But it has to do with protein and look at the camera. So it has to do with protein, has to do with a lot of things, and I would really, that's where I see some of the benefit.
Absolutely.
So now we're up to our second break, and we're going to go to some word from our sponsors, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Turn on your glam today. The Jenna Klein collection is here, elaborated with natural products. Give yourself a compliment with our organic lip glosses in more than 15 shades. With the Jenna Klein lip gloss collection, you can hydrate your lips and keep that glamorous look that you need. Turn on your glam. Visit jennaklein.com. And don't forget our skincare collection with natural ingredients that will improve the skin's appearance and prevent visible signs of aging. We have everything you need to achieve smooth and vitalized skin. jennaklein.com. Turn on your glam today.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
It started as a dream. When I was a little kid, I always wanted to have my own restaurant. And it was a dream that finally we had the opportunity to build it here in the Woodlands. And I'm so happy with it.
It's a really authentic Italian food. I try to maintain the most original possible. It's very important. Every day I make my fresh pasta.
Chi mangia bene, mangia italiano. Please come and visit us.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Hello, my name is Dr. Sadaf Javed. I'm a child and adolescent psychiatrist, and I see adults also. I've been practicing in the greater Houston area for the past 5 years, and my practice is in the west side of town. In these unprecedented times, it is so important to check in with your mental health. Please pick up the phone and call 832-304-7244 or mycognitivepsychiatry.com, and we would be happy to help. Thank you.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
And we're back. So we're going to finish up, talking about a couple of exciting new things coming out. Number one, Henry and the Legacy guys have some basically supplements. A whole supplement line coming out.
A whole line.
Yeah. So let's talk about that a little bit.
I'll put it in front of my camera for you.
Yeah.
Be an awesome model for me.
Yeah.
I think of supplements as, if you have a quality diet, you don't need to have the protein and things like that. But you're always going to have that moment of, you got to have something to fill in the gaps, because we can't eat perfectly all the time.
Sure.
And so with our pre-workout, we have a stimulant in there. It's about 400 milligrams caffeine, 250 regular and 150 slow. So it's designed to just pick you up and just keep you there for as long as you want to do your workout. And so we've got that coming out. It's called Parabellum, Latin for ready for war. We also have one coming out called Heathen, which is our pump product. And then we're actually stepping into a whole nother realm of health outside of the traditional supplements of like pre-workout and pump. We got a greens drink coming out.
I was super excited to hear about that on the break because I'm a big mushrooms guy, and he said it's got a whole mushroom complex in it. So it's
there's
pretty
a
cool.
complete mushroom complex. There's berries, there's kale, there's ashwagandha in there.
And I got to drink it, and I got to tell you.
And just real quick, not psilocybin, not LSD.
No.
Otherwise, it would cost more.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd still sell it, but it would cost
healthy,
more.
healthy, clinical, medicinal mushrooms.
That's right.
Okay.
It's so I got a chance to try it probably about 3 weeks ago
Yeah.
or so. And it's a raspberry tea flavor that I got to try, and I have never enjoyed a greens drink in my life at any time. You can ask anybody that knows me; they know I do not eat vegetables for any reason. You can't get me to choke them down. And I drank this in the middle of my workout and absolutely loved it. I loved it and was ready to have another. So
well, most greens drinks taste like grass.
Yes.
They taste like just chopped up grass and weeds, and it's water and blend it, and you drink it.
It's awful.
It's terrible. And so when you have that tea flavor going on, you have the full mushrooms, you have the greens, the berries, all that stuff. And granted, the color is not pretty.
No.
Because you can't hide the natural that's in there. But the moment you get past, hey, this is a green-brown color, but you're going to drink it and taste amazing, it's wonderful. And then a big part of supplements right now is going on. I think the future is going to be is collagen.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're actually we're developing it. We're going to have samples out probably in the next 2 weeks. We're coming out with our own collagen protein. It's not as anabolic as whey, but you're talking hair, skin,
nails,
joints. Also just a quality protein to get in, easy 15 to 20 grams of protein that you can mix with anything. We got that coming out in about 2 weeks, which is going to be fun.
Which we talked about that a little bit. That's something that I've been doing in my drinks.
Coffee every morning.
I do collagen daily, right in the middle of my workout.
Why are you so handsome?
It's part of the reason. I have these wonderful genetics.
Well, people don't realize that
no,
the collagen in your skin, basically if you start drinking collagen right now, it lasts. It's basically you don't see it now, you see it 15 years later.
That's right.
And so start drinking collagen now.
Yeah.
And,
I will tell you, this is the best my skin has looked from a clarity standpoint. It's the best my skin has looked as an adult. In 25 years, it's the best my skin has looked, and I've been using collagen for about 6 weeks. So I'm excited.
And you actually gave me an idea.
Yeah.
So we are coming out with 3 different flavors. We're doing an unflavored, so somebody wants to mix it with their aminos or cook with it. See, a lot of people don't realize when you cook like protein pancakes and you put your whey in there,
You denature it.
You denature it, and you're losing about 80 to 85% of the protein. That's the way it works. You can cook with collagen and maintain your protein profile. So we're doing that. So it's unflavored. You can mix it with your muffins or pancakes or whatever. We're also going to come out with a cinnamon graham cracker flavor, and we're coming out with a fudge brownie, which are all going to taste great.
Awesome.
Our flavoring's on point with everything we do.
Now, any other ones specifically?
And the other one I'm really proud of, and it's just from, I drink energy drinks all the time, so we live in such a caffeinated world. I wanted to do something that was different, so I've struggled with my blood basically being too thick, deoxygenated, dehydrated, all that stuff. So we're actually coming out with, it's about 150 milligrams of caffeine. It's got a complete electrolyte profile in it, and it's all your EAAs in one scoop. And so you mix it with water. We've got a couple of really cool flavors coming out. We got a tart watermelon coming out. We've got a strawberry kiwi that just tastes like your favorite strawberry little square candy that every guy fights over, the little pink ones. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to get sued. So we've got that flavor coming out, and so those things are really coming on, and I'm super excited because during the day you're tired, you don't want to crack open an energy drink. You want something that's going to feed you, make you happy, pick you up,
help you recover.
Recovery. EAs are essential for recovery.
Yep. And so where is all this production being done? Is it being done locally as well?
Sugarland.
Awesome.
So
So
it's all done in
right
Sugarland.
here.
Yeah, I'm all about hometown.
That's right.
American made, hometown. We use one of the best formulators in the business, one of the best flavor houses in the business. So they're standing behind us, and we're hoping to do something with this to where we're getting it in, a lot of local nutrition stores, but we're wanting to get it all over the country. We've already got a write-up on Stack 3D, which is the top supplement website in the world right now.
Yep. For reviews.
And all that. We sent them a sample and they just picked up.
And where can it be currently pre-ordered?
LegacyBarbell.com. We're doing pre-orders right now for Parabellum. We have 2 flavors, country lemonade, like strawberry lemonade, and my personal thing for Houston, our grape remix, which is this flavor.
Yeah.
Got to have that, so something super nice.
Yep.
That's like grape Sprite.
Is that what the hat is?
Yeah,
still
tipping. That's
the grape. Yeah.
That's the Houston thing.
That is a Houston thing. You had to grow up here to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got that going on.
Well, let's finish out with talking about where we're going, because on the break you kind of spill the beans. You're having an expansion. So
is this
what is that all about?
First time news?
This is the first time news. The only people that know about this is my staff.
Okay.
So I set this crazy goal for myself, as I wanted to expand, and so we just struck the deal. My early Christmas present, we break ground in January. We are going from 9,000 square feet to 15,000 square feet.
Oh, that's right.
We're going to be not the largest, but we one of the largest privately owned fitness facilities in Texas. Mm-hmm. And then what we're also doing is we're getting into a different realm. We're going to start ozone therapy, and
very cool.
We're looking at offering cryo as well.
Okay, I'll hook you up with some.
I know you know some people.
I know a few people. We try to get in the cryo daily. We have the cryo at the clinic, and it just really cold thermogenesis is just. Right. I mean, the data on it's pretty solid. So recovery wise and
it's not that you need the extra square feet because it's so crowded. And there is a good sized crowd there, and I want people.
I never feel crowded.
But there's always people there. But it's so we can have more offerings.
Yeah.
So that there's more stuff for people.
And that's what it's all about. We want to get more equipment, more of everything, more cardio equipment, because that's one thing everybody asks for. We got the best Stairmasters you could buy.
Well, let's talk. We can do IV therapy, and
I want to get into it all. Mm-hmm. But the other thing we're doing is I'm doing this for this month because I want to hit that goal this month. I'm doing 100 memberships at our old price, $30 a month. Just to hit this goal, because we can do it right now, but I wanted to cement it and I want to show everybody what we can really do. So then for 100 memberships, that's all we're going to do it for. We're going from $39 a month back to our $30 a month. And there's no other fees, no other games, no other BS we're going to play. And we're going to do that just to fill the gap, make sure we're good to go. And we're going to start ordering equipment, start picking everything out. We've already contacted 4 different companies. I'm wanting to get into a different ball game as far as not only just the gym, offerings, services, all that stuff. I want to become the gym everybody goes to.
And you already kind of see it. It's already becoming a destination. People are driving from all over the place to come in for a day trip to go to Legacy Barbell.
We have one person lives in Beaumont, and they come twice a week.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It has become a destination gym for North Houston.
And that's why I put it on the post. I said it's really kind of the premier destination gym.
Oh, your description, I was like, that's the biggest compliment I could ask for.
No, well, it's true. It's true.
So come in, see Henry, see everybody. Mention, hey, I'm here to get a membership. That $30.
Yeah.
Give me the legacy. Give me the old school.
Give me some Parabellum
pricing. I heard it on SuperHuman.
Hey, get swag too, because there's a lot of swag on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, there's full swag. There's some of it right here. Yeah. Jason's wearing our loyalty shirt. Yeah. So
lots of hats, all kinds of stuff. Stuff for ladies as well. Yep. So come see us, man. We're having a great time there. All 3 of us are
It's
there.
been a super great show. Hate to cut it short. It always
time flies.
Yeah. And so everybody go see Legacy Barbell, and you find them at legacybarbell.com.
Yes, sir.
And
what's the address? Physical address?
26803 Hannah Road, Suite 808. We're in Oak Ridge. We're literally Woodlands Parkway. Go over the wrong side of the tracks where we are. And just come see us. We're
Instagram
right
and Facebook?
Instagram, Facebook, all Legacy Barbell.
Okay.
And Legacy Barbell Supplements is now Legacy Barbell Co.
Okay.
Legacy Barbell Company on Instagram. So we're starting that up.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming out,
Absolutely,
man. And I'll see you at the gym, and
Yeah.
I'll see Jason at the gym.
Can't
So
wait to do it.
catch us next week. And great show. Take care, everybody. Have a good week.
All right.
My name is Dr. Willie Villarreal. I'm a board-certified family nurse practitioner, doctor of nursing practice, and owner and founder at Core Sports Health here in Conroe. At Core, we take a root cause functional medicine approach to help you achieve your optimal health and vitality. If you're suffering from any of the following symptoms, we can help you through a comprehensive treatment plan that includes diet and nutrition, exercise and activity, hormonal balance, and stress reduction. For an appointment, please call us at 936-441-2673 or visit us online at coresportshealth.com.